Hello, everybody. See, I knew I had turned that off.
Yep.
There it is. Okay. I am such an amateur, guys. I'm
boy.
sorry.
You have a nice singing voice.
Thank you. I was trying very hard.
Sings opera.
Doing the breaks there.
Don't let him lie to you.
What's that?
He's been doing this for years.
I did it. Started last week, and yep, doing okay so
Oh,
far.
there's my dad.
Jack
is in the building.
Gaspar is here today.
What's up, Dad?
What's up, Pops?
Say hello.
Hello.
Is Philippe drinking milk?
No.
I believe he might not.
Some tea and crumpets,
Right.
please.
For some reason, Phil was under the impression that he could not show his Dr. Pepper. So he had these nifty little mugs made. Go ahead, show off the mug.
Oh, yeah, this is neat.
Beautiful.
Wonderful.
Right.
Wonderful.
Perfection.
Yeah, where can I get the high paving mug?
The
Mug
koozies.
covers, you know?
I'll get you one made.
Yeah, I want
It's
one.
all on point. Don't.
Yeah.
Don't challenge it.
I'll rock that purple mug.
So, as always, guys, welcome to the Car Grumps. We're here every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. where we talk about irreverent things in the car community. And we have a bunch of really cool topics tonight. So, I'm going to introduce the guys over here first. Let's start off with Dozer J.
What's going on, guys?
Stacy says hello.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. And then we have the mayor of Tuner Town, Phil.
Tuna Town.
I really thought the camera was frozen when you did that. I'm like, it was perfectly frozen.
You like that, huh?
It was like right on point.
Master of stillness.
Do that again, like just. And Jack says, "What's up, Dozer?"
You gotta tell him. More Ovaltine, please.
More Ovaltine, please. Yeah. Oh, my God.
No,
So-
we're not gonna go there.
So, Jack,
shit.
I want you to understand what my job is like. It's like this.
Find a happy place. Find a happy place. Find a happy place.
Find a happy place.
This is the happiest of places.
It
Yes.
is. We smile.
Come on.
So,
The
yeah.
dungeon.
So, as we start off every show, guys, what are your problems in your car world?
In the truck world.
Is there any more
Oh
issues?
no!
Is there any more issues?
No, to be honest, we're starting to mull things out. We're starting to iron out the wrinkles. Things are working out. I want to give a shout out to On the Line for being so professional, and I think every shop should have the professionalism of On the Line Auto. Yeah, I mean, my truck got there. They sent me photos of every single thing that they deemed wrong with the truck, which is great because I want everything fixed that they see wrong with the truck.
Yeah.
So
How much do you think is wrong with the truck?
a lot. It's a New England truck. I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat it.
Right.
The thing has seen better days.
It's hit an artillery testing ground
Do we-
pothole.
Do we have a first aid kit? Because I can feel that burn, and the fire wasn't even pointed in my general
Right.
direction.
So I'm gonna keep it professional.
Okay.
I'm not gonna state.
We're not gonna state anything.
No,
Yeah.
We don't.
Yeah.
we're not gonna.
I'm
We're
the-
I'm not gonna say
state the
where I
state.
pulled it out of,
I
but
am the one who talks the shit about companies and calls them out. Like
yeah,
McGee Chevrolet.
I will leave that to you.
Ooh, yeah. Well, I'll probably join you in that little
Yeah.
dispute. So,
Burn.
Oh,
Paul, I'll be in touch soon. I was down sick for a bit. How long is a bit? For a bit.
hi, Paul.
All good, man. Wish you the best.
No worries.
Yep.
Get
Get
better.
well. Get well.
Yeah.
Some
Let's go.
Epsom salt inside that bathtub.
Ooh,
Sweat it out.
Oh yeah.
that's the good stuff.
Oh yeah.
All right. So your thing has. I mean, we're at the back end of the
So
Dozer
like
Chronicles.
Storm.
I wish I could say we're at the back end, but we're kind of at the midway point where they're getting started. Honestly, they haven't even started yet. They did the inspection. They saw what was wrong with it, and they
Out to the parking
It's-
lot it went.
it's all noted. But yes,
Okay.
yes, to
As
the
long as
parking
it's-
lot.
As
And
long
once
as
they
it's
get the
noted.
space, it's gonna get in there. And from what I heard, when they give you an ETA of when your vehicle is gonna be done,
Yeah.
it's done.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So That's the thing is I don't want to be played with. You know, my time is valuable.
I know. I've watched your face turn red many a times talking about it.
Yeah.
You seem more calm now.
If somebody told me my truck was going to take 6 months, I would have easily took it somewhere else. You know, but
that would make a lot of sense.
yeah.
Hey,
Unreasonable, but it is what it is.
Dude, but the thing is, you can't beat yourself up because,
no,
like,
you don't know.
dude, how many shops did I use back in the late 90s when I went from muscle cars to tuner cars? The pain of going to all the different shops to find out who was the worst and who was the best. And I'm telling you, I found all the bad ones. So, which is why we started Aggressive in the first place. So,
That's when they didn't even have internet.
yeah, we didn't believe in that stuff.
No, it was magazines and the yellow pages.
Yep. Back in the ice ages of the forum days when people would give you awful information and nobody could check them. Yeah.
You know what like forum was back then is you got like a 5-star notebook and you got wrote stuff down, dude. That was the group chat and that was the forum page.
Pass it around.
Yep.
Facebook was actually a book.
Yes, it was actually a book. Yeah.
It was a journal.
And Mr. Joel is in the chat tonight. Hello, Mr. Joel. He is, as always, promoting
What's going on, Joel?
NewEnglandAutoShows.com, or should I say Red 5 standing by. So, yeah. And so what Joel
Fox
does...
4 standing by.
Yeah, Joel...
Sound like you're going through a transition. Is that correct?
The Red 5 would be it's like the Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Right.
Adam!
And Adam's in the house. There you go.
What's up, Adam?
So anyway, let's see. I just want to let you guys know that I am cheating on you. My project thing right now is actually somebody else's project, but I'm not going to say anything right now because I'm working with another YouTube channel as a director of photography. So I don't have the ability to release a little bit of information yet, but once I get it going, once I get
some
the
authorization shit going around here
to pass what we're working on. But yeah, I was.
Where's that 2x4? I'm gonna beat him.
Right?
I'm gonna beat him.
Bring it over. Let's go.
I'm gonna beat him.
You've been infiltrated.
Right over there to the right. Where is it? Oh yeah. Oh, I moved it just before I started the show.
Damn it.
But that's the thing is I am looking forward to adding some stuff from our other show to this show so you guys can see, because I don't have any projects of my own. I have to work on other people's projects.
Yes. Sometimes you're better off that way.
Right, exactly. So, so I'm going to be doing that, and hopefully, like I said, once I get the official okay to bring some pictures in, even if it comes, maybe it'll be at the end of it, maybe it'll be the beginning, who knows? But I'll be happy to show that build coming out and tell you guys all about it. But I actually saw something else cooler today. See, Phil posts all the time on YouTube, and he shows off all these things he wants to do. And you know what? You guys don't know about Phil's other car. This is Phil's other car.
That's me, baby. That is me, baby.
So do we have a future of seeing that coming out in the near future, or what's the plan?
So I bought that car from Dave Hershey at Blacked Out Motorsports in the end of 2016. The car I wanted.
Yeah,
car I wanted since I was a kid. I was a kid.
Yep.
I think it was Super Street Magazine. These two brothers were overseas. They were stationed in Japan, and they were able to bring cars back. And one was a Zenki, which was the other body style from the mid-'90s, Sylvia, and a Kuki.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. Kuki. Yes, that's right. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So I told my friends, I had that magazine. I told my friends, I said, I'm going to own one of these things one day. And they all kind of like laughed. Mm-hmm. Like, okay.
Sure you will.
And I remember I went and saw Dave, and I got out of the car phase for a little bit. I was like, yeah, it's time to grow up. I bought an SUV, drove that around. Yeah, there was no. Listen.
Don't ever get out of it.
No.
You can't.
You can't.
No, you can't.
But yeah, I was driving around like, I don't know, something.
Okay.
It was a Yukon. And I was like, yep, time to adult and just get out of this kiddie shit. And then I was like, I missed it. I said, you know what? I want to get myself a Skyline or something. I want to get something some.
Did you say unique?
Different.
Different. I like different too.
What's unique?
So in other words, did you want to get a unique vehicle, or was it more just?
Yeah, you didn't just go down.
I didn't say
and get a
Skyline.
350Z.
Right.
No, I didn't. I didn't know what I wanted, but
Yeah.
it was just like, all right, Skyline was becoming the most accessible import, and I kind of wanted. I'm very impulsive. If you guys haven't noticed,
No,
like
haven't
I don't
noticed at all.
plan shit. Like
Just make it happen.
it's just like I'll be sitting here, and then all of a sudden, hey, I want to do this, and next thing you know, there's no waiting.
Adam goes. He went and got a Fox body. Very unique.
Whoa. There's a story. Adam, there's
Uh-oh, here comes the fight.
Adam, there's a story behind that one too. Let me,
Do I have to search up another picture?
I
or what?
made out like a bandit with that Fox body.
Wait a
But
minute.
anyways,
Wait. Derek says, "How's the VW Bug coming? What's up with that?
Oh boy.
I got a 72 Volkswagen Bug
Where?
Is it on your?
I haven't
Facebook?
seen it.
in my garage. No, it's not on my
Okay.
Facebook. Nope.
Okay.
He's like, that was a secret, damn it.
No.
Not on this show. It ain't.
Pulling out all the skeletons.
Oh yeah, and it's purple and white.
There you go.
Nice.
So
Very
anyways,
Yes.
yeah. So I said, you know what? I think I'm gonna go look at a couple of R32 Skylines. So I call up Dave. Head up there. Oh, stop crying, Tiny.
He goes, "You ripped me off
Tell
Bill,
Missy-
on that Mustang."
If Missy,
Oh no.
if Missy's there, tell her to get you a box of tissues.
Wow.
Anyways, so I wanted to go test drive a Skyline. Go and test drive. I think I drove 2, and then I was in the garage talking to him, and I look over and there was like stacks of tires around the car. I said, "What's that?" He goes, "Oh,
That's what we
He
call
goes-
regret.
no, that's what we called a
Right.
97 Nissan S14 Kooky Sylvia
Yes.
that was abandoned by its
Right
owner."
hand drive.
Yep.
And yeah.
So I said, "This is yeah." So I started pulling the tires off, and I was looking. I said, "I want this." "Oh, it's not turbo." I said, "I don't care." I said, "What happened?" He goes, "Oh, guy wanted it, gave me a down payment. Something came up, family issues." He goes, I swallowed the car and I gave him the money back." So I ended up, so I thought about, I saw it. It took a couple of days because I'm impulsive, but once I get to the edge and it's time to jump off, I'm like, whoa, let's take a step back. Let's think about this. Let's reevaluate.
Buyer's regret.
Let's reevaluate.
Right, yeah.
Let's reevaluate. Let's calm down.
Right.
That's what's good. I'm impulsive, but I'm good at like stopping myself at the same time. It's like, whoa, pump the brakes. I've already gone too far, but still, pump the brakes. Stop.
Right.
It's good for you. I don't know about the seller, but
Well, so I told him, I said, "Okay, you wanted 10 grand for it?" I said, "All right." I said, "Let me think about it. Give me a couple of days." I said, "Is anybody else on the hook for it?" He goes, "No, it's not turbo. It's not. People don't want it. Blah 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 blah." I said, "Okay." So I showed it to a couple of people. Showed it to my dad, and showed it. "Oh, is that what do you want that for?" What do you want? Everybody, what do you? And then some people are like, "Yeah, right hand drive," and then other people are like,
that was me actually.
"Yeah, what do you want that for?" And I'm like, So finally, I went and I pulled the trigger and I got it. The guy who put it in that container hit everything but the lottery with that car.
Oh, Jesus.
It was a little rough, but let me tell you, I was loving life. That car, oh God, that car. I went through a couple of bad relationships with that car.
So that has more than just history. That's big history.
That car actually, when my Volvo was diagnosed with cancer, I remember the day I found out. I took that car and I beat the ever living shit out of that car. I put all my anger and frustration like that. It was just and then the next day too. I remember the next day I was going to get parts, and it was in January, like early January. So it was salt out, and everybody's like, "You shouldn't be driving that car." I'm like, I remember I went by a construction zone on Ingle Street, foot to the floor. On my way back, the cop stops. starts screaming at me. I looked at him. I said, "I'm sorry, officer. I just got done. I'm fixing it. The throttle cable got stuck." Yeah. The throttle cable got stuck. Yeah, I that car has been. That's why it's been parked for so long, and a lot of people don't understand. Like, a lot of people who know me, like,
yeah, I never knew why it was parked that long.
Like, they know why it was parked. I kind of, like, I enjoyed it, but then it was just, like, too much, and then I just, I kind of pushed it over. I thought about selling. I posted it up a couple of times to sell it.
I remember seeing that, too, yeah.
Yep.
And I had people, you remember I put it up for $40,000? I had a guy who wanted to come from New York and give me $36,000 cash for that car.
So what kept you from getting rid of it? Like, did you not take it, or?
No, I told him, I thought about it, and then finally I told him, I said, "You know what, man?" I said, "Just keep your money." I said, "I don't want to get rid of the car." A lot of people are very, very pissed off at me about that car because, like, "Yeah, I'll sell it." And then finally when it comes to it, it's just like, get to the ledge, like, all right, let's take a step back.
Stephanie already said here, "I won't let you sell it." And Alicia's, he would never sell it. It's that's his baby.
Yeah, that car has gotten me through. That car has gotten me through a lot. There's a lot of, I don't know, pent up memories and emotion, and a lot of the memories are shitty memories. But it's just like, at the end of the day, it's my baby. And then I was thinking about it yesterday. Yesterday was a tough day, and I was thinking about it, and I was just like, you know what, man? I was like, that car is the shit.
Hell yeah.
I love that car to pieces. I'm like, so yeah, I mean, it's been sitting for a little bit, but I think it's time to, redo it. Kind of just bring it back out.
So are we doing anything to it, or we just bring it back out?
No, well, I mean, I've done small things, like in between, like I sourced out, I was looking for one of those Cybon carbon fiber hoods with like the fish gill vents in the middle.
Yes.
I think I ordered one of those hoods like 3 times on 3 different websites. They take my money, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, we are out of stock."
I can't stand that.
And then I have to wait like 10 years for my money back. That happened to me 3 times. And then I was just on Marketplace, just searching around, looking, and there was a full carbon fiber front end, fenders and hood. They had a bumper too, but it was ugly as sin. I told him, I was like, "You could keep that." He was like, "Oh, I'll bring it in with a deal." Again, no. But I think the hood brand new, if you can find one, I think they're going for like $1,500-$1,600. And the fenders, they're going around
all carbon fiber.
Yeah, all carbon fiber. And the carbon fiber fenders are going around $850.
Yeah.
And I got the hood and the fenders for $650.
That's a steal.
Oh yeah.
Dang.
And I did that, and then I did like at Broke East in Connecticut, at one of the fields, one of the tracks there. I won one of those detachable steering wheels.
Oh, okay.
And the quick release.
Yeah.
I got one of those.
Did you ever put it on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's in there. The carbon fiber front end's on there too.
I can't remember because it's been so long since I've seen you driving by with it, but then I never actually.
Yeah, no, I really haven't driven it with a carbon fiber front end on it. I think I drove it twice.
Okay.
But actually, when I was doing that carbon fiber front end too, I was putting it on. I had it all stripped. I did it one night, and then the next day I was going to finishing up, mounting the side skirts up and stuff like that, and I actually ended up in the hospital. Yeah, I was in my garage, and I was working on it. And then my buddy Chris Medeiros, one of the kids that I share the garage with, showed up, and he was hanging out and this and that, and then they tell me I don't remember anything that happened. I don't remember what happened, nothing. Yeah. But Chris actually saved me from splitting my head open on a wood stove. I was sitting down putting the thing on, and all of a sudden I just did a little.
What happened?
I don't know.
Did you electrocute?
No, it was like I don't know if it was a panic attack or what the hell, but it was like I get panic attacks and I end up in the hospital with them. Wow. But like he told me I was just like making some weird noises all stuck. I
it
never
does not
had
sound
me
like a
like
panic
that.
attack.
I don't know if you were touching the battery. Like,
No, I was sitting on the side. I was sitting on a concrete floor on the side, just mounting a side skirt.
dang.
And but the funny thing is I don't remember. I remember opening the garage door. I don't remember mounting side skirts or nothing.
Oh,
Yeah, that was wild.
wow.
Oh yeah, my blood sugar was low.
Oh, that could.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah,
Yep.
that could do it.
Shout out to Brokies. Shout out to Hyde Paving. Shout out to my dad Jack, my stepmother Alicia, and everybody who's watching tonight.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for chiming in. Hi.
Hey.
So, for those in podcast land, we are waving to everybody that can see
Yes.
us in the chat. So,
Hi. I don't think it was diabetic shock because I'm not a diabetic. I mean, I'm fat, but I've still have no. I don't have the beatus. I think I've lucked out. I don't know.
Oh, boy.
No, I
Diabetes.
don't think it takes. There's certain things you can do to kind of just do it, and your sugar just gets unbalanced. It's like I'm going to say ketoacidosis, but it's not that. It's something different. But it can just happen. You know what I mean?
I think
Yeah.
during certain times when your mind's pent up with other things, you just kind of forget to, eat and take care of
Stress.
yourself,
Yeah.
So,
I do that on the regular.
yeah.
I do that on the regular.
Always take care of yourself. Put yourself first, number one.
Yeah,
Always.
I gotta take.
Before your car as well.
I gotta take some
Take care of
lessons from
yourself.
him. Yeah, I didn't eat or drink.
Yeah. Dude, I cannot stand that. When we're doing a project, I'm the worst at that. I used to be so good at it. And then all of a sudden now it's like I'll come up and I'm like, my throat is a stone. And I'm like, I can't. Like, I haven't drank or eat nothing the whole day. So,
Yeah. So yeah, I think
Alicia, he never takes care of himself. He is his father's child.
yes,
Awesome.
ma'am.
Thank you
yes,
for that
ma'am.
input.
And
That
you know what?
frees him
I
up.
honestly, I think a lot of men don't take care of themselves. And we just kind of take things on as they come. And I think we really got to take time for ourselves and chime in with our own. Tune in with your body. Tune in with your mind. Figure out where you're at, and talk to other people as well.
Yeah.
Did I mention that
Open
Jay
up.
is all
Open
about
up.
health? So
He is.
Mental health, especially men's mental health. We don't open it up enough. And I think that's what we really need to tune into.
But that's
Open
my,
up,
my energy
talk
is
about
based
it.
on being pent up and angry all the time. That's what the show is based on, isn't it? Reply say, we're at Father's Children. So I'm going to get there. Replying to Deep Pond Farm, self-care is very important.
Yes.
We're too busy for that, Richard says. And then Chris, make sure to tune your car too. So
Yeah,
Whoa,
make sure
whoa, whoa.
your car's tuned right.
Hey.
Make sure you're getting that right fuel-air ratio.
Oh yeah, on a non-turbo car. I remember I was at a car show in New Bedford, right? That's the SR20 DE, like non-turbo,
Yep.
grocery getter,
Yep, yep.
like
we have to work on the turbo, right?
We'll get it
optimal fuel mileage. No,
Yes.
I'm never gonna get a turbo that car. I can go from like
I got 40 miles a gallon.
You're damn right. So I remember I was at a car show in New Bedford. I think it was Mustangs. Something Mustang. It was a Mustang club.
Mustang Madness.
And so I'm just like, I'm hanging out. I'm next to the car. I'm proud as a peacock. I'm just like, yeah. I think it's like the first couple of months that I've had it. And this guy walks up to me with this thick accent. And I had the hood popped. And I'm like, yeah, I'm the shit. And he looks at me. He goes, where's your turbo? And I looked at him. I said, what? And he calls me out in front of all these other like people who kind of like look over. And I'm like, this bastard. And I said, what? He goes, where's your turbo? I was like, you want to know where my turbo is? I was like, it's under your mom's bed right next to my work boots. I was like, why don't you be a good little stepson and go and bring him to daddy? Hey, this guy's face turned beat red. Like, remember how red my face was, episode 1?
Oh, yeah.
He had me beat by like 20 shades. Like, this dude was red, and everybody started laughing at him. I said, yeah, I said, you want to make me look like a jackass? I was like, bring it on, buddy.
No turbo.
Yeah, where's your turbo?
Where's your turbo?
You're worthless.
It's up your ass. All right? What did you drive in here with? You was in a and he left in a minivan.
Oh, boy. I bet it had a turbo.
No, it was like one of those old-ass Dodge Caravans. But, like, dude, I hit him with that, and he was just, like, just stuck. And I'm like, yeah. Yeah. We can go there.
Eat that.
I was ready to rock and roll.
Make sure you shine my boots too, boy.
Yeah.
Did he have one of those?
No.
Right?
He didn't have one of those.
Nope.
Phil 2.0.
He would have showed him the turbo then.
Yeah, I would have shown him the turbo. The turbo in that car was bigger than his ego.
Yeah. We do need to get a rear view of that car just to see the exhaust system. How cool
I
it
got a
is.
video of it too. I'll send it to you for the next show.
Okay.
I got a clean video of that rear end.
With the like scooter fart can exhaust on it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
it was
Dude,
at
it, like,
the
just- it just-
holiday
Daytona?
toy run.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that. No, I don't think that. I don't think I had that muffler on there. It's changed since then.
Really?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got to redo it then because the one he's
Yeah.
I
got
really
right now-
I like that muffler that you had on there. I don't know.
Yeah, it like came down. It was all. I'll show you.
Yeah, it had some nice welds.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you
yeah.
changed it?
No.
No,
Then
that's
I
the
think
one.
That's the same one.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't remember.
We'll see you next week. Tune in.
Wait a minute. Jack says, "What about your first Bronco when you were 16?"
Oh man,
Oh,
I
yeah.
always wanted a Bronco.
I had. Hey, listen. Let me tell you something.
I will have a Bronco one day.
It was. I can't remember what year it was, but my father bought this Bronco off of my uncle's cousin, and this thing needed all types of bodywork. Sold it to him cheap. So they brought it in, redid it. My uncle made a cowl hood, like made one out of just pieces of scrap. Like this dude is like a body man genius. And big tires, was painted red, hide pavement on the doors. I remember I came home, I got my license. My father was like, "Well, you want the Bronco?" I said, "Psh, yeah,
Yep.
yeah." And there I went.
Yes,
Yeah, we still do. Yeah, we do still have the hood. Off I went to school. I thought I was the cat's ass, dude. Thought I was just chilling, all red. And I remember one day I was like, I had the slight.
Did you park in the jock lot?
Huh? Hell no. Hell no. I just lost my train of thought.
My bad.
No, it's all right.
So sorry.
Listen. I would have lost
Red
my
Bronco, go ahead.
I would have lost my train of thought if you didn't say anything. I'm just like, duh. But that was a badass car. Then the Lincoln with 20s. Oh yeah, that you remember that one?
Gangsta.
Back in high school.
Oh, yeah.
That pimping.
What'd that thing have, a 4.6?
No, it was a 5. Is this? Yeah, the 4.6.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was for some reason a bigger fan of the 4.6, and I think a lot of the tuner guys were too. But there was a lot of issues with kind of the old 5.0 when it came to fuel lines. That was the reason a lot of people came off of them.
So I know the 4.6 came in the town cars with the single overhead cam, and so me and my stepdad were going at it back in the day because I had a 95 Lincoln Mark 8 that had the 4.6 dual overhead cam. And he only had the single overhead cam in the town car, and he swore up and down he was gonna walk me down 24.
Oh God.
And I remember going to pick that car up. We had a good time. And then I learned that Mark 8 did not have posi as I smoked the right tire off
One wheeler peeler. Oh,
all
yeah.
the way down Caswell Street. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Then my focus is you guys are bringing them all.
Bring them all out.
Oh God. So then.
How much NOS did you waste on that thing?
Oh Christ, dude! I was surprised I made it home. And then the funny part is like the night that I brought it home, it was blowing up. I needed a car. I go and I remember there was this boyfriend and girlfriend, just like there was a habit.
A habit.
I sent them a message. I said, "Hey, do you guys still?" I said, "You still want to sell that Focus?" I bought a red Ford Focus 4-door with like 250,000 miles off of them for like $400.
Score.
Oh God, yeah, yeah. Did you ever see the red Ford Focus I had
didn't,
with the graffiti
no.
on the hood and the trunk?
No, I wish I did.
No. So I get that.
Will we have pictures in our future?
Yeah, we could. We could
Somewhere.
We could.
Yeah, dude.
Dig
pull
them
it
up. Dig them
Digitize
up.
away.
Find
They're
those.
on the Instagram.
They're on MySpace.
So yeah, I bought.
Oh, that's good.
I think I took the pictures with a flip phone when Dan Tantilla
I need
was
my
graffitiing the
password.
hood. No, yeah. So I had the blue Saline Focus, then the red Ford Focus after that one. Oh Christ!
You see my Focus I pulled up in today?
Yeah, I know. I was looking at him. I was like, "Who the
Thing's
hell is
cherry.
this?" I thought it was that guy. Who was supposed to interview me today.
Yeah, I know, right?
That was the best when you came in today and you're like, "Where's Jay?"
Yeah, I know. I was like, "Where's Jay?"
Pulled up in the
He was like,
hoopty.
He's in the kitchen eating meatballs.
I
And
love
was
the
like,
Ford Focus,
oh.
man. Those things
Dude,
just don't die.
No,
you know, and they're
don't.
cheap and easy.
I can teach you how to kill them.
Yeah, put a 150 shot of nitrous through it.
I can teach you. I can
Wait
teach
a
you how
minute,
to
I'm
put it
getting
down.
messages of pictures of cars from Phil.
Oh God.
Oh, boy.
From who? From who? Who? Hey, who's?
These are nice.
Wow. Thanks, guys.
So
Thanks.
Adam dropped. What was Jay's first car? My first car, my very first car, right? And I was so happy that I was gonna buy it on my own. I saved up some money. I was working with my uncle at the time. I bought a '94 Volkswagen Passat GLX. I thought I was the cat's ass, dude.
Oh.
This thing, it had the VR6 motor. This thing, it boogied when the fuel got to the motor. I don't know what was going on with this thing. I tried everything in my power to fix it. It just wasn't happening. Dude, that Focus right there.
That was a
I need to hit up Dan
That's
to have.
a $450 crackhead special.
Yeah, I paid 3 times that for my Focus outside. It don't look that cool.
And that was a 5-speed.
Come on.
5-speed.
I
yep.
feel like I got robbed now.
You know what? I heated up the springs and cut them.
You want to cut mine?
Dude. Hey, listen.
I'm gonna try.
Drop it.
I'm gonna try to actively. While you guys are talking, I'm gonna try to actively add a picture here.
Do it.
And if it comes up nice, and if not,
And if it not, we'll just
we'll
let him,
work on
let him
something
see it
else.
anyways.
Yes, right. We'll
let him
share
see it.
away.
Oh, yes.
I mean,
So-
actually, you can't look at the screen, Phil, because
Okay.
My Focus, like I love the thing. And you know what? When I was working at Bettencourt's, I went and bought that thing because I just needed a beater to get to work.
Yeah.
I couldn't drive my Goldwing
Yeah.
I couldn't ride the Goldwing into work through the winter, so I went and picked it up for I think $1,600.
$1,600.
And everybody was giving me crap for it. They were like, "Dude, why are you picking up that trash car for $1,600?" And now those people that were giving me trash for it, guess what? They were hitting me up to ask if they could use it because their truck just died.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy. You know, hey,
Yep.
gotta give credit to the little beaters. You know.
Hey, listen, the little beat is where it's at.
Yeah.
Let me
that's-
tell you.
that's where it's at for real.
I used to be a hammerhead when I was a kid. I was just foot to the floor everywhere.
like as in the shark.
Huh? No, like
That's me now.
burnouts, burnouts.
Okay, so I haven't had a chance to edit this yet. Oh, look at that!
I thought it was hilarious. I did that last night. So I was I brought my son to Taekwondo and we're leaving there. And
There
I
you
pull
go.
around the corner. I was like, "Oh, he's gonna love this, right?" I was like, "Ah!" Do a little burnout. He's like, "Dad, what are you doing?" And I was like, "Because the Audi doesn't do that. He doesn't even know what a burnout is. He's like, all-wheel drive. We just go." But he was like, "Dad, what are you doing?" Like,
Can we act like an adult dad, please?
for real, for
This
real.
is 2024.
Okay, so
Come from my 7-year-old.
So Phil, what is this right here? What is that?
That is a 1952 Dodge Coronet with a gyromatic transmission.
a what?
And was and
Gyromatic.
what is your history with said car?
I had it for a little bit.
Okay,
Then I traded it for a convertible Fox Body Mustang.
there you go.
Dang. Do you regret that?
That's the
What?
the other one.
Do you regret trading it?
That car was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, was it?
It was cool. Like, do I don't regret it, but I do.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm not the type of person that should own a car like that.
Really?
Yeah. Just because, like, you know, that car deserves to be in a garage, which the person who owns it now keeps it on the side of his garage.
Yep.
That's close enough. You know what
Right.
I mean? I just that's the kind of car that you need to appreciate.
Yeah.
Because that car is badass. And then the steering wheel is way too big, and I'm way too fat. Like, the steering wheel in those things is like a friggin' like a boat.
They are, yeah.
Oh my God. Like when I got in that car, I legit had to do pretty much a mini split and still try to touch the pedals while driving that thing.
Right.
Oh yeah. But the transmission was cool as hell.
Right.
The transmission was cool as hell.
I'm very interested and curious. What is a gyro? Say it again.
Gyromatic transmission.
I'm lost.
So it's like 3 on the tree.
Yep.
Yes.
You got a clutch, you got 3 pedals, then you have the lever. Looks like the automatic, like in a pickup truck. So you know what 3 on the tree is?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
I hope
push
he
the clutch
knows.
in, you pull, you push the lever up. That's
Up,
once you.
down, right. Again.
So that's first. You left the clutch. That's first gear. So then that first gear is gonna wind out. Some of them you need to let off and push down on the clutch again and release, or some of them you could just like let off the gas and feather it, and it would kick into second. So first and second was on the up, and then all of a sudden when you wind out second, step on the clutch,
Right.
go down. That's third. Wind out third, and then you do the little featsy things, and that's fourth.
Jeez.
By the way, Vinny says he could have helped you make that car sick.
Yeah,
Right.
I know, but hey. That's all right. You know, the guy who
Move
has it,
on.
the guy who
I
has
think
it
it's
now,
funny that everybody, it's so funny that we do this stuff and all of us sell our cars. We have so much regret. And instead of like people being like, yeah, it's okay, move on, be a thing, everybody's like, imagine what I would have done with that car if you still had it. I'm like, don't do that to me.
So I like honestly, what was it? The Hudson, what is it? The Hornet?
The Hudson Hornet, yeah.
Was it? That was the like the green, like what all the
Pixar cars.
Pixar cars?
Yeah, that was the Hudson Hornet.
Oh yeah. That's what the name of the car was, right?
Right. Yeah.
So those, I saw one at the auction, and I saw that, and I was like, oh.
That's, yeah.
That's a badass car, and that Dodge Coronet kind of like reminded me of it. So I was like, you know what? I wanted to try something old, and it was cool. Like, you know, it was definitely neat. Like, if I was more responsible, I would have been
Feel you
perfect.
there.
Yeah, but it's just like the hands it's in now. He's a
Right.
little better at taking care of it than I would have been.
Yeah. And I feel you there because there's a lot of stuff like with when I had my 944, I was like, I don't have the time. And that's the thing is there's a lot of cars I would buy that I won't buy because I work the times I have. I put in a ton of hours every day. It's like, when am I going to be able to take care of it? And if it's falling apart, I'd rather put it in somebody's hands that can, you know?
One car that I regret getting rid of was my 95 Lincoln Mark 8.
That
I
car
was
sick.
I was in South Korea at the time. I was kind of hurting for money because I was very irresponsible with my money at the time. Even though I had no bills, You know, I was in the army, and I had
It's all part of being human.
no bills at all in South Korea. But leaving there, I knew I had to move to California, and I was like, all right, I can't take this car with me. It's not even running.
Yeah.
Right. Well, the transmission was blown.
Yeah.
I let that thing go for $500.
Wow.
I want to say it was probably like maybe 60,000 miles on it at the time. That thing was pretty cherry.
Those Mark 8s.
That thing boogied.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude, that
especially
thing's
down
screwed.
on the highway,
That
that
thing's
thing moved. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if you could fact check this, but
I
the
can give it a
Lincoln
shot.
Mark 8 actually held like a salt flat record.
Really?
Yeah. For like a top speed record for a time. It had some technology in it for the air ride suspension to let down.
Yep.
So it would drop down at a certain mile per hour to be more aerodynamic. But that thing
At that time,
flying.
Lincoln built a land speed Mark 8 and set a 182 mile per hour record at Bonneville.
182 miles per hour.
Holy shit.
And a stock Mark 8.
So let me.
That's yeah, right.
That's pretty impressive. I mean,
That is.
I've done 182, but that was on a Busa.
Yeah.
You know what, dude?
No, that'll wake you up,
Bro.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Woo.
Sheila.
Deep
Good
breath.
times,
Deep
good
breath.
times.
Sheila.
She knows the deal.
Sheila,
Why do you think I don't have a booster in my garage, bro?
thank you very much. Whose man's is this?
Only one.
Ooh.
She knows. Yeah. Nah. You all know. You know.
Yeah, you all know that I think Jay is one of the only people I've ever seen pick up the front wheel on a Goldwing on 44 and just like ride it out.
Hey, you know what? I love the fact that everybody knows me for wheeling the Goldwing, because at Betancourt's, like the one place that I was working that like they could have reamed me a new one for pulling out of their lot every single day riding a wheelie. But instead I went to the office one day and the office manager goes, I got one thing to say. She goes, Dave Betancourt would be so freaking proud of you for riding a wheelie up out of it, because he was the only one to do it before me. And, I love it. And, long live the Goldwing.
That's awesome.
Yes, sir.
That is cool.
Hang it. If you got to hang it.
Hey, listen. I ain't hanging nothing. I keep all wheels on the ground at all times. Listen.
Yeah, I can't see you as is like safe wise. Like you drive these really cool cars and then you're like, I don't like to do. I'm gonna drive with
Yeah, I drive like an old lady.
Right.
I wish I could be that way.
I ride like an old lady. Like I am always at the back of the line, just do. Everybody's like, all just like, yeah, let's go, and they're all like, me, and I'm like, all right, just let me know where we're going.
Right.
I'll put it in my GPS,
see you when we get there.
I'll see you when I get there.
Yep.
Make sure you get a table, and I want a Coca-Cola.
Yeah. And that's the thing is it's not
3 ice cubes, please.
Yeah.
Right. And for me, it's not like an age thing anymore, because like I used to do that all the time. I drove fast everywhere. Then I got an automatic, and for some reason it was like I just started slowing down. And now I do stuff like I want to go to tracks and stuff to go fast and do the stuff that I did before. But like I would go out and drive, and I'm like, here's the speed. I'm doing it,
So, like when I was younger in my teen years, I was a speed racer everywhere, foot to the floor.
Yep.
But times have drastically changed. Also, back then, there was nothing like there wasn't this distracting drivers. Like legit, you see the guys, they'll be driving like this with a phone in their face, and it's like, you cannot.
I'm just making my TikTok post, dude. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
I know. But
The thing is I never remember anybody that, you know what? And I'm going to say it like this. Do you want to get driving to be safe again, back the way it was? Bring back stick shift cars. And then you're going to see people less involved with looking at the traffic when they have to, do all this shifting and stuff.
It's true, but you know what, though? They're getting rid of stick shift cars because these new generations are becoming more and more lazy. The older generation who drove the stick shift cars were getting tired. Like, honestly, throwing that clutch foot in and shifting gears, it gets tiring.
That 600-pound clutch is not your thing anymore?
No, hell no. But it's just like, this generation is getting lazier. Half of the kids out there now who are of age to drive don't even want to drive. Everything is at their fingertips.
I'm gonna look that up right now too. I'm gonna see what we got.
Look up the statistics on like driving.
You keep talking.
I can state. So my daughter, she's not very into motorized things. She's not like my son, for instance. Like my son loves his dirt bike. He loves to. Yeah. If he had a go-kart, he'd be out there drifting in the snow. My daughter, on the other hand, she's 14 years old. She's gonna get her license in the next 2 to 3 years, right? Yeah. Or a permanent license, right? Yeah. But she really doesn't care too much. Like for me, I knew the day that I could get my permit, I was there and I was getting my permit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Yep. Like a religious thing.
For sure. Like and lo and behold, my birthday fell on a Saturday, so I had to wait 3 days. but anyway,
longest.
The day that I could get it, I got it. Yeah, and I don't see the drive, the motivation in these younger kids nowadays. Like my daughter doesn't. She could care less.
Getting those set of keys though was freedom to us.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
didn't
yes.
have the social. We didn't have we weren't connected
Right.
like they are now. If they want to talk to their friends, if they want to go see their friends, all they got to do is do this.
Right.
FaceTime or whatever.
FaceTime.
I remember when text messages cost 50 cents.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? Like
I forgot about that. I forgot that we actually had to pay for.
We didn't have
text
that
messages.
luxury. If I wanted to talk to one of my friends, it was either on the home phone, which your parents would bitch at you for using, or you got in your car, you got on your bicycle, and you went to
AOL?
their house. Yeah. You know what? I lived off those free CDs, the free trials.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah. There was a stack of them.
Yep. Okay, so I got your
Oh,
number here,
boy.
Phil. You ready? American teens seem to be waiting longer than ever to drive. The share of teenagers with driver's licenses in the 16 to 19 age group declined from 64% in 1995 to just under 40% in 2021, according to the Federal Administration.
That is a pretty drastic drop.
That's big, yeah.
So
In
it dropped
16 years.
40% in 16 years.
64% to 40% in 2021.
Yeah, it's just like, but these kids, like, again, when we got those set of keys, when we got that car, that was freedom.
Yeah.
That was like, I can go see my friends whenever I want.
I moved out of
can-
my house.
Yeah,
Right.
well, you did, yeah. But it's just like, once you got those set of keys or you got that license and you could drive, you were like,
It
You were
was
on the
the
go.
absolute freedom.
It
and,
was.
And to be honest, I mean, maybe that was something that we were yearning, whereas maybe nowadays they're content where they're at.
they are.
Are they content just playing video games and sitting at home on TikTok?
Yeah,
Is that-
because they got
Yeah.
the DoorDash, they got the Uber, they got. I mean, Walmart delivers groceries right to your friggin' house now. Like,
No, it's
It's
true.
just,
And it's with our business running. If I can't leave, it all comes to the door now.
They
If
never
I-
pick out good bananas though.
no,
they
absolutely
They're
not.
always green.
No.
That's
Papa Abdul Jamad never gets the right grapes. You know what I mean? Excuse, I almost let it slip. But anyways, but you know what? It's even like the DoorDash. And then like if you want to buy something, remember if we wanted to buy something, CDs, music.
Oh, yeah.
All we had was
what is
Napster.
a music store?
Yeah,
What is that?
exactly.
Oh, you
Like-
guys had Napster? Come on, I didn't even
Yeah,
have that.
burning
I could
CDs.
turn on the
Napster,
radio and
it
record
took like 5 hours to download 30 seconds of a friggin' song.
He was still on AOL. It is what it is.
Ah,
Dial up though. That dial up was real
you know,
slow.
Oh no! Look at this one. Or they substitute cooking oil with shampoo, which happened, by the way.
Oh boy.
God.
Oh boy.
Okay, so Red, the cost to have a vehicle is a lot more than before, and that's true. Insurance, registration,
No,
inspection,
true.
fuel, and maintenance with all those computer-driven cars, and that's something that we saw with Hertz getting rid of all its EV cars. Was the reason it got rid of them was because people didn't realize
upkeep
how
was-
much more upkeep was involved
Yeah.
in these new cars.
It's
Like,
ridiculous. So the other night when we had the cold snap,
Yep.
when it was like 16 degrees,
Yep.
from Battleship Cove and Fall River to the Berkeley exit on 24.
How far is that?
That's probably like maybe a 10-15 minute drive on the highway.
Okay, got it.
Yep.
It's about 10-15
Not
minute
even.
stretch.
Yep, sure.
Right? 5 Teslas on the side of the road broken down.
That's
yes.
crazy.
Yes. Yes, it's because the batteries, the cars weren't good with the cold. They
Well,
broke down.
and they didn't. That's the other thing is one of the complaints that they made, which I don't know how true it is, and I'm kind of doubting it, was they said they didn't know how to prep the batteries. Like, where does that? I don't even get that. Like, no wonder stuff breaks
Yeah,
if
is
you
that
don't
in
know.
the manual?
Yeah.
Do they explain that when you buy the vehicle? Like, hey, you
Right.
have to warm up your car to 75 degrees to make sure it's good to go to charge.
And Richard brought up another one, not just electric issues, but the fact that our cars are more difficult to work on because of the sensors and computers. And that was the other thing that came up in that law that they just passed was people were buying cars and they were being signed up for subscriptions that they didn't want or didn't pay for,
yep.
but they were being forced to sign up for them because of that. So now you got added cost on top of added cost on top of added cost. And Jay says,
I got one
one.
subscription that I think is absolutely ridiculous.
What is
Can
it?
you imagine paying for a subscription to have heated seats?
Are you shitting me?
You gotta be
They
kidding.
tried it, and I want to say
They-
I I want to say it was BMW that was trying to put this forth.
Yeah, well, that was too. And
Fact check me if you want to, but
I'll look it up.
ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And you know what? This is beyond just cars. Like everything is always add-ons.
Yeah, that's where they make their money.
Absolutely ridiculous.
That's where they
BMW
make-
right there.
that's
BMW
where
drops
they make-
controversial heating.
Like, it's a crock of shit.
They had to shut it down. The government had to shut them down on saying, no, you can't do that. Come on.
It's just like
Same thing with the auto start. The remote start they wanted to do on a subscription basis.
So
That's
so
just crazy.
Out of control.
Well, no, what did they just pass that new law with that says that everybody's going to have a computer, AI computer, it's going to be required that detects if you're drunk driving. And you know for a fact somebody's going to be tired or something like that coming off a long day of work. They're going to get in the car, make the wrong move, and they're going to have to call the factory to unlock their car.
That's
gonna
wild.
happen.
That's wild.
So what do you mean by subscription?
So imagine you had to pay $50 a month to have heated seats in your car
For the rest of
for the rest of the time you own that thing.
So they wanted you to subscribe to heated seats?
Yes.
Yeah,
100%.
absolutely.
What kind of horse shit is this?
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't hear about that, did you?
No. That's
Yep.
Craziness.
Yes, the word crazy is appropriate.
oh
yeah.
my god, I'm trying so hard not to, I just
Like you didn't just
dude,
spend $70,000 on a brand new
Right.
BMW, and you're
not have fucking heated seats. Excuse my language, but still, I just had to let that out. Like, are you shitting me right
Did
now?
you see that build up?
Oh my God.
I had the perfect angle on you when I just saw it like erupt out. It was just like, ugh.
I know. Listen, sorry for the demonetization.
No, that's okay.
Oh my god, but I feel so much. What?
yeah. That's the
So
world we
everything's
live in.
subscriptions now.
It's all about the money, baby.
Yeah, no, it's not. No, so there's not everything is about subscriptions, but
They
the
were
thing
trying,
is
though.
they're gonna do. It's not only just that, but like you were saying, they're trying. That's the big thing. But
If
the
they
other
didn't
thing,
shut this down, you can't
Yeah.
tell me that it wouldn't have spilled over into the next.
well, no,
into the
that's what
next.
I'm saying is that it's going to. In other words, it's not just that. In other words, this is where they come so far. They're going to come a point when, like Tesla or something, you have to get all this stuff, or the car drives itself back home. Like it's not just going to be heated
Take me
seats.
home, Tesla.
There's stuff that people push back on that they got retracted, if you will. But the thing is the worst part is there's I'm going to use the word political. There's laws getting put into place right now and things that they're pushing for that they say manufacturers going to be required to put these subscriptions in to have people like they just want you leasing all the time. They don't want you owning.
No, they don't
anything.
want you owning anything because then it's just like what is it? It's Japan too, right? Like the older the vehicle, the higher the excise tax goes up.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Instead of over
That's
here
true.
where you get a brand new
That's so
vehicle
reverse.
and the excise tax is through the roof, and the older it gets, the cheaper it is, right?
Yeah. And
Over
it
there.
depreciates fast too. Oh yeah.
But
They want-
I like what Jack said. He goes, "That's why I drive junk cheap cars and cheap trucks." I am 100% with you, buddy.
Hey, my 7.3
Yeah.
got a nice heated seat in there. I don't have to pay
So-
a dime.
So
to
you're
have
telling me they wanted you? So even after the car was paid, I'm still trying to
Yes.
wrap my head around this.
paid
Even-
off
Yes.
everything you own it
to
yes.
make that heated feature work. So your car is going to have the heated feature regardless.
Right.
But to make it work, you have to pay a monthly subscription.
Did
Kind of
you-
like XM Radio.
right.
So they turn it on from the factory.
Yes.
They push a button. Then he's like, "Oh, Jay's late on his payment now. Let's shut off his heated seats."
The worst
Exactly.
part, dude,
Yes.
the first time I ever heard this was in a Tesla when somebody said, I bought the upgraded power option, and he calls the company on the phone and goes, I don't have the power option. And they pressed a button, and he never took it into the shop. The car just suddenly had the power option added to
Really?
it. Never even drove it.
And you feel safe driving this car where they can control all this shit?
No, I don't.
Did I say that?
I'm just asking. You drive it?
No, I tried it.
Oh, this.
the Tesla.
I thought you were talking about the BMW, your Audi
No.
with the heated seat. Oh, that was BMW.
BMW.
Oh,
Right.
so all you BMW owners that are buying subscriptions to this heated seat bullshit up,
Now,
comfortable
let's
with
not
owning
mix
the
up
car?
the rings with the beam is like no. We don't
Listen, Beamer, Benz, and Bentley, Audi's the same thing. It's all German.
want- it's better. It was
It's
much
it's
better.
more better.
Much
it's more
better.
better over here.
I think you were getting things. You were very upset at us
Much
for making
better.
the cars.
Oh my god, dude! Listen, Germans can't get the electronics right anyways in any of these friggin' cars. Like,
You know, I've had my issues already. You know, just electronic issues. Same thing. You know, same thing that you're just saying. I went to Audi and they were like, "Oh, your turbo's bad." Just kidding.
Yeah.
It's fine. Like
That was the best one when you drive it up.
God.
It's like, it happens. It's okay.
yeah, it was just
But here's the thing, and
Thank
this
you
is
for
going to
the
be true.
$350 diagnosis. Thank
Right.
you.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is, it's going to happen with every car out there, and this is why I try to get as stripped out options as possible, is because the more stuff you add, the more stuff that can break, and that's just how it's. I mean, look at it's with anything. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
I mean,
Yep.
regardless, all this new mumbo jumbo that's coming out, like all these new cars.
yep.
No, I'm good.
That's
I'm
I'm seeing
good,
this.
and like it's
That's why we're seeing the pushback that we're seeing.
I saw not Tesla, sorry. Toyota
Yeah.
is set to release a $10,000 pickup truck.
Really?
$10,000
10,000.
off the assembly line.
Yep,
Brand
'cause
new
Toyota's smart.
pickup truck.
I can't wait to see this.
Now I think they're gonna start going back with the mini truck. You know, like
yeah.
you know,
Yeah. Well, I mean,
like
look
the Datsuns. You know, like old school, small, basic pickup trucks with just a single cab.
yeah.
You know,
You know-
Look at it, they're right there.
Oh,
Toyota's
There it is.
$10,000 future pickup truck is basic. That was November 6,
probably
2023.
gonna be
basic. The best word in that whole thing.
Yep.
Basic.
Oh my god! I
What
wish
the
Basic.
I
hell?
wish I had a picture to show
That
you
is-
guys.
that
that
is
is crazy.
Sick.
It's
That
like
And
is
a
it's got the
utility
drop
vehicle.
side.
That's-
So
That
the
looks
best
like
way
the
to
K
describe
trucks.
this
That's a
thing.
K truck.
Yeah,
The best way to
exactly.
describe it is the Honda Acti.
Yes.
Go look up a
Yeah.
Honda Acti. It's got the drop side rails.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, perfect little pickup truck.
No, that's nasty. Like, there's another pickup truck that I like. Is the the Ford Maverick? I think it is that little pickup truck.
Oh yeah, beauty.
Those- you know, that's
I'm hoping that's what I get for a company vehicle.
That's-
which is coming up soon. We'll
they're
see.
neat. They're neat little trucks, but I mean, I can't justify spending. Those trucks have to be in the
30 grand.
Yeah.
$30,000-$40,000
Now-
for
now-
a pickup truck that can't even carry
I
the
would think a
leaves out of my
stripped
front
out-
lawn.
Now
Strip
imagine
down.
imagine to say, because it's gonna, our state has already done it, is saying that you're gonna ban all gas powered cars is their plan, which I don't know how they're gonna make that work.
Come and find me,
And
Massachusetts.
then, right, and then they're gonna, so that same truck that you looked at for stripped out for $30,000.
Yeah.
The basic one entry level is like $80,000, and it can't. And they say, "Oh, it can tow, but they can't tow."
No, they
So
can't.
now what? Like,
They can't do it. They listen. It's all a government ploy.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Like it's just like it's another part of control.
yeah.
Like, all right, we're gonna take gas away from them, and now they can't pull their recreational vehicles or whatever they want to do down the street and go and have fun. Like they want us inside the house, like this new generation is doing.
Well, did you hear about the other thing, right? I haven't said about this
You
yet.
haven't
We
even
didn't
told
go.
me.
We haven't
What
gone over this.
now?
So there is a
What more?
compliancy lawsuit or something like they're going to do this. But what they found out was that EV. So remember, what do you call it? Dieselgate. Remember that with the VWs and all
Yes.
their ratings were
Okay.
wrong.
Yep.
Well,
yep,
come to find out, the government has been pumping up, supposedly, allegedly, I don't know the full story, but I'm trying to figure it out. They've pumped up the mileage ratings for EVs
Oh yeah.
by 7 times
7
greater than they were.
Really?
Because what happens is there's two things. So Tesla right now is making all its money giving out compliance credits for people who can't make the necessary mileage for the EPA or whatever, right? So that's where they've been making their money. But these other guys, if they pump up their numbers, can apply for these credits, get the credits. Now they get paid. But the thing is, the way I understand it is it's basically borrowed money. So if they don't meet compliance later, they got to basically pay the money back. So
So you're just telling me they've been bullshitting us?
basically, yeah.
with all this
years.
regenerative braking and
So that's what we're looking
These-
into now is to figure out how bad this EV scandal is
7
going.
times
That's
over.
been out for a
That's-
while, and notice it's you don't know about it. It's
you
never
want to
been
know
on any
why is
national
because
TV.
exactly it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not covered by the news.
Right.
It's covered by everything else. You know what I mean? Like whatever it is, whatever situation is going. I don't watch the news just because it pisses me off because I know there's something like more in depth than a couple of hillbillies holding up the border. You know what I mean? You know, you got all your teeth, Alan. Okay.
Well, okay. You just keep telling me.
You got most.
No, but it's just you can't. Nobody gets a straight answer anymore.
No, they
you
don't.
want a straight answer, you legit have to take a shovel to your phone and start digging.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
And the worst part is, if you did that now, it's worse now than ever. You are not going to find what you want to know.
Absolutely.
All the information that's pumped to us is pumped. It's so funny that notice that I remember because my thing is supercars. All the supercar CEOs, Porsche, Lamborghini, Ferrari, all those guys came out and said, we're going to have gas-powered cars as long as we need them. And suddenly it flipped over to say, oh, wait a minute. Audi owns Lambo, Volkswagen owns whatever. They call them on the phone, guys.
Say
Can't
it
say
again.
that anymore.
Audi owns what?
Audi owns Lambo.
That's right.
See.
Ah.
But yeah, so they bring this new line out and say you guys got to say this because if they don't, and this is the thing I'm going to say, and we're going to probably close up with this now, but what we have coming up is going to be the EV winter, and hopefully some manufacturers live long enough to see the end of it, and if they don't, they're already right. By the way, 28,000. No, what was it? How many was it? 30 some odd thousand dealerships mailed the president or EPA or whoever it was and said, guys, you got to back off on this. None of us are ready. If you put us and make it illegal or do all this stuff to us now, we're not ready. Ford's lost like $4 billion or something.
Then Ford just stopped production on a whole bunch of EV vehicles and stuff.
They have to.
Listen,
Can't afford it.
everybody who's watching this,
It's coming to a halt.
Yep.
everybody who's watching this, listen, if in Massachusetts or New England they make driving gas cars illegal, do it anyways.
Yep.
Please, for the
He's
love
like,
of Christ.
Here's the thing.
Subsidiary.
So
You
people,
better change that word, sir.
subsidiary, yeah. But that was the thing is everybody said,
Pull up on your Volkswagen. That's all I gotta say.
and everybody said that I was tinfoil hat for saying it. But here's my thing, and somebody out there can tell me if they think I'm wrong. But the first thing they do is they're going to ban all the gas cars, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to see your faces when you say it. First, they ban the gas cars, new gas cars. So now you can keep all your old ones, right?
Yeah, of course.
And then all of a sudden it's going to be, they're going to wait for those cars to start to die off. And then they're going to have more regulations that say everything's got to be zero emission now. So all your older cars, and then there will come a point when they know they can pull it to say, doesn't matter how old your car is or what it is, it's got to make zero emissions. You can drive it. So it's not illegal to drive it effectively, but where are you going to get the fuel to run it? You're going to do this e-methanol stuff, which doesn't work. So that's the plan.
E-methanol?
Yeah, you never heard of e-fuels before?
Oh,
There's e-fuels.
Jesus Christ.
There's e-fuels that are run
does
off of
that mean?
plastic. There's e-fuels that they make out of, but it's all methane.
Run off your farts, dude.
Yeah, basically.
Oh my God! You know
Right.
what?
Just
It's the only
put a
option you
hose,
have. Yeah.
Put a fuel line coming
Listen.
straight out of you.
Everybody, just keep driving the gas cars. If they say it's illegal, tell them to kiss your fat ass
in the gas.
and just
Right.
That's all.
put pedal to the floor.
I'll be rolling coal here soon once I
Listen,
get that thing
exactly.
running
This is a
again.
public service announcement
Let's
from
go.
your favorite fat guy. Just, oh my God.
Well, on that note, guys, I want to thank
On
you guys for
that-
tuning
That's
in.
it.
Screwed.
I hate the idea that this show doesn't go longer because it feels like it's like 2 minutes. But yeah, that's the thing is that's all the time we have for tonight. We got a lot of little stuff here that we wanted to, and some other things that we're going to write down. Hopefully, bring back for the next show. So if you have some stuff in your head, make sure that you come back Wednesday night at 7 p.m.
Take notes.
every week. Exactly. And
Ooh, notes.
yeah,
Notes are good.
And I want to thank everybody that has, all of us want to thank everybody that came into
Yes.
the chat today.
Thank you,
and
guys.
said, hey, how's it going? Gave us awesome input. You guys really just, You bring such an A game to our show, and it's so fun to have the ability to have a show where we can actually talk to people who are talking to us, and that's just amazing. So if whether you were in the chat, whether you're listening to us right now, past, present, or future, remember Car Grumps. Head on over to our YouTube page, wherever you got to go to see us. We'll be back next week, same time, same place.
Woo woo.
You guys.
Oh, and everybody, I hope you guys are proud of me because I've actually been reading the chat and able to keep my conversation going.
To the best of his ability.
Yep.
To the best of his ability. All right.
Doing it.
Thanks,
And on
everybody.
that note, everybody, have a good night.
Love you
Yeah.
guys.
Good job, Phil.